Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Old Guy Firewood. Really appreciate you being here on the channel. It's a muggy morning here in North Carolina, and just heading out of the house. Gonna walk out here to the wood yard and see what we can get into today. It's been so hot here in North Carolina that it's really not been great weather for cutting and splitting wood. So I tried to get a little bit done every day or every couple days, and today, I'm going to take a look at some ash logs that I'd cut up on a previous video, and got a pile of rounds there. I've split some of them, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get the Wolf Ridge Pro 28C out and try to get some more split up and get at least another tote filled, as well as finish filling the one that I had been working on. So we'll take a walk down here and see what we can find. I have got a ton of logs that need to be bucked up. Got some big oak here and a lot of oak there. Got a pile of oak rounds over there that I need to start working on. But like I said, today, I'm not going to do a whole lot because it's pretty hot and muggy and I've got some other things to do. But here's the pile of ash rounds that I had cut up a few videos ago, and as I mentioned, I have split some of them, and I've got almost a tote filled up. And this ash wood I'm splitting up for bundles, so splitting it kind of small. But I'm going to go ahead and get the tractor and get the splitter out, and we'll go ahead and see if we can't get some of this wood split up here. Okay, we'll go ahead and get the Kubota, move this IBC tote over by the splitter so we can load right off the table. Okay, I think we're pretty well set up here. We've got our ash rounds here, some big stuff too. I'm going to go ahead and use the 4-way splitter on the Pro 28C, and if need be, I can take that off and just use the single wedge. But got the splitter here, log lift's ready, logs are here. Got the IBC tote there that we need to fill up. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. Well, I'm going to go ahead and crank it up and let it warm up a little bit, and we'll get to splitting. Tell you what, that log lift was fantastic. I just couldn't handle these pieces by hand. think what I'm going to do is take this 4-way wedge off and go ahead and go with the single knife. Lots of times with these bigger rounds, you can actually do a little bit better if you slice them into, you know, 3-inch slices and then run them back through. That way you get some nice barkless wood for bundles. Well, let's get this wedge off. Instead of loading them into the IBC tote, I'm just going to split. When you have a second person and you can load, that person can load right off the table into the IBC tote. It's definitely the quickest way to go. But when you're working alone, sometimes it's better just to go ahead and run it on through, stack it. You're not really adding another touch because you're either going to pick them up off the table and put them in the tote, or you're going to pick them up out of the pile and put them in the tote. A little bit more bending over, but let's go ahead and crank this thing up and see how we do with this single knife. Without having to walk around and take the pieces and stack them in the tote, I can just keep splitting. I think I get the wood split a little bit quicker. Well, guys, we've had some absolutely hellacious weather here in the Carolinas over the last couple of weeks. Been in the 90s almost every day, and with the heat index been up well over 100, and it looks like this day is going to be no exception. So this old guy is going to take a break. It's already in the high 80s and with a heat index in the 90s. So we got a pretty good amount accomplished today. We finished filling the one IBC tote, and moved it and started splitting, and got a good little pile going here. So like I said, I'm going to take a break for today and split the rest of this ash up when it gets a little bit cooler. But a couple things I want to give a shout out to Joe at Ohio Woodburner, because and I'll show you why. For a lot of reasons. Joe's a great guy and businessman, and I've learned a lot watching his channel. But I sat behind a desk for 30 years, but I always worked outside doing something. Always had some kind of a side hustle going on, and primary landscape maintenance and selling some firewood, and more firewood recently. But one thing that I've always had a problem with is going through gloves. A pair of gloves wouldn't last me more than a month or so with my work. And I saw Joe, some gloves that Joe was wearing, and I zoomed in on them to see what they were. And it was these Showa, I guess it is, Showa Atlas 300. And I'm going to tell you what, I ordered these gloves probably 8 months ago, and several pair, and I've been wearing them, and you just can't wear them out. Any of the good leather gloves that I've had in the past, the thumb and the next two fingers would have holes worn, they'd be ripped. And these gloves are great. They're flexible. I use them for handling firewood, use them for putting out pine straw and digging and other things we have to do. So if you're looking for a good pair of gloves, I'd certainly recommend those. And thanks to Joe at Ohio Woodburner for using those and letting me see them. I know anything Joe uses is going to be good. It's going to be economical, it's going to last, it's going to be quality. So for what that's worth, I throw that out there. But at any rate, I think that'll do it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm just pushing, heading towards 700 subscribers on my channel. And so if you haven't subscribed yet, I certainly would appreciate it if you do. And when I hit 1,000, I'm going to have a nice giveaway. And I've got a couple really nice gifts that I'm going to give away. And what we'll do is when I hit 1,000, I'll designate a video, probably the next one after I hit that number. And if you watch the video and leave a comment, then we'll do a random generator selection of all the comments. And if your number gets picked, as I said, I've got two really nice prizes that I'll be giving away when I hit 1,000. So share the video if you liked it, like it, subscribe if you haven't already. And as I always say, as an old guy, the best advice I can give you is to keep moving. And of course I say that as I'm going in to sit down for a little bit. This heat is just a bit too much. But anyway, keep moving. I hope you have a great week, and see you on the next one.